guys, JoeBiz34 back again. I just want to do a quick video review of this bad boy. Very nice one-of-one custom I picked up. That's considered a prototype, which that's what the COA says right here. I noticed this figure and was after it for a little bit, and finally convinced the artist who made him to sell him to me, even though he was reluctant at first because this was his one-off, and then he did state he was going to do a run. So, you know, he did end up agreeing to sell this to me because he like I said, he plans on making more, and then he went ahead and did a COA for me to make it official. So this is one-of-one prototype, and then he's going to do a run of these. I don't know how many. I think a small amount, like 4 or 5. So if you like what you see here, you know, definitely reach out to him and get on that run when he decides to do it. So this is basically Jason from Jason Goes to Hell, as you know. Kane Hodder, who played him. And the details and the weathering here were really nicely done to begin with. Now, I do admit I did touch it up a little bit to my liking. And you know me, I always do tinker a little bit. So I did add subtle more weathering and just a little more color to the skin tone. Nothing dramatic because, you know, I respect the artist's work, but I just wanted to kind of add a little more texture and put a little bit of my own touch on it, like I did, you know, when I did my own Jason Goes to Hells back in the past. Kind of mimic that a little bit. This is all original, done by Brutus Customs is who he goes by on Instagram, and there's his Instagram handle right there. See if I can zoom in there so you can see. So Brutus_Customs on Instagram. His name is Bryan Parker Rogers, who I believe that's what he goes on Facebook. And I've talked to him mainly through there. But he did an excellent job with this to begin with. And like I said, I just wanted to add a little something to it. So you can see I just kind of added a little more detail to the skin and a little more extra dirt weathering to the clothing, but not much. This is the blown out mask, which I do prefer on this sculpt. And he did put the hair on it, and very good with the straps goes and the sculpt. Very good detail, all original. The whole body is like one solid piece that he did custom. So it is heavy, it's sturdy, and you could tell that it is a homemade body. It's really well done with the clothing, right color, the belt, the machete that he made here, which is nice, and the stand that is basically a Sideshow Jason stand style octagon type stand that was converted to a Jason Goes to Hell stand with the proper poster image and the Jason Voorhees name there, so you obviously know who he is. So again, this is the blown out mask. You saw in the beginning of the video what he looks like without the sculpt. So he did go ahead and make the mask removable and actually did the behind the scenes look that we saw, you know, that actually wasn't in the film itself, but this was pretty much, you know, what he supposedly looked like with the mask off. And, you know, we saw behind the scenes footage of it, which is really cool here. You can see the flesh eaten away with the blood and then the skull coming, you know, from underneath it. Almost looks kind of like prehistoric, like apish, you know, with the skull. And that's pretty much how it looked. Very well done. You can see the details with the one eyeball there that he did, and then the obviously lack of in the other one, which is primarily what we've seen before in a lot of different movies of Jason's looks, with the one eye being blown out or not there, and then the other one kind of being prominent or being present. So the other mask is like the solid mask, really, right? And again, for the face sculpt and the skin on the face, I did add a little more paint work to it just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. So, you know, just wanted to add a little more skin texture to it, which I believe I did well, and a little more bloodiness, like just, you know, surrounding the edge where the mask kind of gets, you know, placed into, and gives it that melted in look, right? So this is, let me pause this for a second. Let me see if I can do this with one hand, but this is basically what it looks like. This may be hard to do while holding the camera, so let me, I'll be right back. All right, so here we go. So that's the normal mask, the before, you know, he gets blown up, before the blown out mask look. Also very nice and detailed. I think I didn't put it evenly there, but, you know, like once again, it has the grooves into the sculpt so the straps can fit in there nicely. And again, it gives it that sunken in, like melted into the face look like it was in the movie. So very nice, and you know, you can move the arms, you can bend the arms, it's all posable. You can swivel the waist a little bit. The neck is permanent. You cannot move the head, so he did do like his own sculpt. but you can move the legs. The legs are bendable. Here's the shoes, nice details again. And then he did the machete, like I said. And then on the back, you know, he sculpted underneath. You could see it's like solid resin, kind of has a resin statuous feel to it. And there's the back with the skull. He did a great job there with the bone structure and the, you know, the spine. So really nice, really well done, really well done. And like I said, you know, some of the added details that I did, you know, I feel make it, you know, slightly more weathered and detailed, you know, a little bit. But honestly, all the credit goes to Bryan, you know, aka Brutus Customs. I mean, he made this figure from scratch, and this is all him. It's all original. This is not a kit bash. You know, this is something he did. And it's really, really cool. Really well done. Very nice figure. Very proud to be first in owning this. And there it is. Jason Goes to Hell, the Final Friday, limited edition, 101 prototype once again. And that was one of his, you know, I saw this picture on his Instagram site, and that's what kind of made me fall in love with the figure. I was like, I have to have it. So, very fair price, very well done. And again, look for him, you know, doing all the projects in the future. He's got other things. I see him posting pictures of Jeepers Creepers, and he's doing, I think, a Freddy or Freddy Part 2. And so, you know, keep an eye out on this guy. All right, there's a lot more to come, and you know, this is just the beginning for him. So I only see him working his way up there. But once again, this is Jason Goes to Hell, custom 1/6 figure done by Brutus Customs and slightly weathered more additionally by me. And that's it. And you know, it comes with both masks, so you could pick which one you want. I tend to prefer this one, but you know, either or is fine. Like I said, it comes with the machete, comes with the stand, it comes with the COA. And I'm assuming, I think he's going to use this as a template to make for his run. So he'll have like one of whatever, you know, when he actually does the run. So that's very nice. All right, look him up, hit him up, you know, and tell him you want one. And there you go. All right, guys. Nice, quick, short review. Nice, you know, short but sweet. Congrats, Brutus, on this nice custom. And thank you for allowing me to be the first to have it, you know, the first to own it. All right, guys, till next time, Jobus34. Peace out.